This portion of Living in the Heart of Virginia is sponsored by AMPM 24/7 365 Insurance.
Welcome back, and I'm hanging out with the guys with AMPM 365 Insurance again, and they're really excited because they're back, but they were just on a great trip without the rest of us, and I'm here with Brian. So tell us about this trip and how folks out there can actually join you on trips like this.
Yeah, the trip was up in Alberta, Canada. The company, was an incentive trip for, I do believe, I don't know how many months, but we were able to get up there, and they flew us up there, paid for the flights, hotels for me and my wife, and you was able, if you want a trip, you were able to bring somebody else with you. But just a beautiful trip. When they mentioned Alberta, Canada, I never been there, so I was excited to get up there and play in the snow. I got to feel like I was a kid again, and we went snow tubing, and I went snowmobiling and played out. They had ice bars, and it was just a great time, beautiful. But to get on these trips here, our next trip will be Santiago, Chile. Wow. Looking forward to that. So they took us somewhere nice and cold, and they're going to take us somewhere pretty warm. And this next trip here, and looking forward to that. But yeah, that was my 8th trip, I do believe I was on from the company. They pay for it all, just for us going to work. Wow. And hitting, a certain amount of production. And they took over 200 of us. So 400 people they paid for, and we'll send up there, and we had a great time for about 6 days, correct? Was it 6 days?
So let's talk about how this all works, because you're part of AMPM 365 Insurance and you work for Lincoln Heritage. How can folks out there become part of this organization?
Well, what you got to do is get your license through the state of Virginia, your insurance license. But the nice thing is once you do that, we train you, we support you. We want to make certain that you're on the trips with us. You still have time to come in right now. Our goal is to get well over 25 people from just our agency there this year. So we're going to be working hard, and we're looking for the right people to bring aboard. And this is just not in Lynchburg area. It's all over Virginia, too, where we're recruiting and building that, too.
And you guys are just such a family together, and we have to brag about you because like a dozen of you went this last time, and out of all of the United States, all these different companies, you're bringing a lot of your people and you're training them well in order to get there.
Yes. I'm an agency, and inside the agency, the Miles Group Agency, and we're the #1 agency within the company throughout the whole country, and we've been representing that spot for the last 4 or 5 conventions that we've been on. And so yeah, we do have a very solid program that when you come aboard, we're going to want to make certain that you're very thorough out there and you're presenting the product the right way and representing the Miles Group the right way. And like I said, I'm just a small agency inside that agency, #1 within the state, but we're growing. We're looking for the right people to bring aboard and help get to that point too.
And so, Dan, I also want to talk to you. You guys are wearing different shirts here, and there are different representations of different trips you've been on. Tell me about that.
Yeah, every year there's an incentive. And so there's the company itself is really looking out for you, and it makes it fun. So simply by helping one person a day, you can essentially qualify for these trips. And it's not too late to qualify for the next one. So people coming on board now will be able to make it in time so they can go to Santiago, Chile. But this shirt, we all every time we go on a trip, we get a shirt that represents each trip, and so the collection is getting bigger and bigger, which is nice. My wife is not complaining. So this one was from Hawaii, and that was the trip before, and that was phenomenal. And these trips, they're first class. They whisk you off your feet. You really feel like you're royalty when you come on these trips. It's the 5-star resorts that we're going to. They don't leave a stone unturned. The family that runs these trips, that puts them all together, they care so much, and they want our feedback, and they're interacting with us, and it's just so awesome to have that corporate support and love, as well as having that agency support and that love as well when you're out in the field.
And if somebody that's out there right now looking for a career and not so sure that this is the way they can go, you guys kind of hold their hand, you train them through this process, right?
Yeah, the system it works. We're #1 in the country. As a nationwide company, there's no other company that does more business than us, strictly for final expense insurance. So when you come on board, we're going to take you through a process, take you through a journey, and, teach you what to say, what not to say, what to do, what not to do, how to be organized, how to give yourself a system that you can just plug into, give yourself a nice foundation that you can build upon and just flourish.
And to learn more about AMPM 365 Insurance, you can head online to ampm365insurance.com or on their Facebook page at AMPM 24/7 365. You can also reach them at 1-800-314-4133. And we'll be right back.